Hey guys, this is Summer with your daily Twin Flame Energy read. I hope everybody's doing well. I am back in my me and my Divine Masculine's rent house that we rent house. We've got some work to do here, so that's why I'm on the floor. But I still wanted to take time in the nooks and crannies of my day to be there for you guys. So here I am. This is going to be a reading for the general Twin Flame community for the couples that are separated and not communicating, okay? I didn't forget about you guys. I've just been really busy. So here we go. Couples separated and not communicating. I'm going to do this a little differently today. Instead of doing a 3-card spread, I'm going to do the present and what is to come, okay? So here we go. What is the present energy of the couples separated and not communicating? Present energy, please. But I will make up for it at the end with how the Divine Masculine's feeling and how the Divine Feminine is feeling about their counterparts at the present. What is the present energy for the Divine couple? Separated and not communicating. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what we have. Wow, okay. So we got 2 of Cups. Sorry you can't see it very well, but 2 of Cups or 2 of Summer. So right off the bat, this is all about duality and balance and soulmate energy. Soulmate energy, yes. Emotion, yes. So this could be a twin flame couple coming into balanced energy in the present moment. But we'll see. Cups here for. Thank you. 3 of Pentacles upright. So with the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles, we have, I feel like what this is trying to say right here for the present energy is this specific couple coming into alignment with each other. And I love it when I see this for couples separated and not communicating, because it tells me that this specific couple has been healing, has been doing their healing, and may be at the tail end of separation. We'll see more of that here in a minute, hopefully unfold some more of that. But for the present moment, we have somebody, and I'm not sure if it's masculine or feminine yet, but we have someone wanting to work together for a serious commitment with each other. I see a lot of forgiveness in this and self-improvement. And a relationship being healed is what I see. And so I do see a relationship being healed and you guys coming into alignment, right? But this is also about you guys working together to heal the relationship. So this is interesting. This is all about spiritual growth and paying attention to old patterns and details and red flags and things that you needed to work on and you've been working on it. Self-improvement. So I think this is trying to tell me that you've both been improving yourself and growing and healing individually, and what it's doing is bringing your union back together without you even knowing it. So accompanying with that, we have the 5 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Interesting. Okay, when I see the 5 of Pentacles, sometimes this means poverty. However, what I think this means in the divine union is Sorry, I always start without really getting in the energy. But what I think this means is poverty, coming out of poverty in the relationship. This is a hardship kind of to a marriage, delays, feeling abandoned is what I see through this relationship. Contemplating the sacrifices that you've made and the restraint and limitations you have felt during the separation. Yeah, I think this is kind of describing what you've been going through the separation and trying to heal yourself behind the scenes to bring this back together. So, Divine Feminines, I feel like this is mostly your energy that I'm picking up right now with the Hangman and the Five of Pentacles, because I feel a certain amount of change and uncertainty with this and not knowing which direction it will go. I hear that you've been wanting to reach out to your divine masculine, but have not. And I feel like that's been kind of bumping you down to a lower vibrational energy of what you've worked so hard to get to. I feel like you've done a lot of healing with this, seeking balance with your emotions, your self-expression, and your growth. I feel like you've both been working very hard with these initial cards that I'm just very impressed by the work that you guys have been putting in and improving yourself. So I'm wondering why these two are here for the Divine Feminine. Okay, so I think this is kind of telling me what you've been going through, Divine Feminines, through the separation phase again. Yeah, I do feel like you felt some sort of insecurity through this separation due to fear of the unknown and not liking the change. And a fear of abandonment that came to reality, and it kind of just left you in a poverty state of mind, not financially, which for some of you it could be financially because you don't have two incomes, but I more feel like this may be this abandonment feeling was a huge trigger for this specific Divine Feminine, because I feel like this is something stemmed from childhood as one of your biggest fears, and it came into reality for you, which left you no choice but to kind of sit back and contemplate the past, realize that you have no other choice but to surrender. Your Divine Masculine gave you no other choice but to let go. And this kind of just left you in contemplation mode of everything that you have went through in your life, with yourself, and a lot of it with your Divine Masculine and what you've learned. I honestly feel like you are not stuck, but constantly in the stream of thought of all the sacrifices you have made for this relationship, and realizing that you have no other choice to let go, because the sacrifices you've made were so draining, I feel like, that it puts you in this constant state of feeling restrained and trapped And if anything else, I feel like you're gaining wisdom from this separation. You're gaining a new perspective. And kind of just summing it up into a huge life lesson that you're learning. I do feel like this is a part of a spiritual growth for you. I do feel like this was a lesson you were supposed to learn. There's nothing in here that says this is divine for you and your masculine. I feel like this is more of like a lesson specifically for the divine feminine, maybe even a karmic cycle, because I don't feel like this was meant for you and your divine masculine. I feel like this is more of a karmic cycle, a karmic debt that you are trying to fight your way through, trying to figure out, trying to work your way through, trying to heal, like all these things wrapped into one, to let go of that abandonment of being alone, that fear of being alone. Interesting. So let's see if we can get any more. Actually, I'm just going to leave this right here. What else is going on with this relationship present day? Present energy? But the overall present, even though this is the divine feminine's fight for her soul retrieval, it also sums up in a way that, you know, the union is finding balance through healing. So this could be a huge part of you guys jumping timelines and jumping to union. Because if this is so present, feminines, in the beginning energies, all the work that you've been doing in the soul retrieval from this abandonment issue, and then the main point result is you guys reaching balance in your union, that's awesome. That tells me that you're making great jumps, bounds, and leaps with your union. Let's see. Okay. 5 of Swords. Okay, so 5 of Swords is all about realizing what you thought you wanted isn't really what you wanted. Realizing what you thought you wanted, it may be not the best choice for you at this point in time. May not be the best choice for your happiness and your healing and your journey that you're going on. It also indicates you feeling that something is not worth the effort to keep going at this point. Again, we have a spiritual journey that you're on. Okay, so yeah, this is you. Oh man, sorry. Whew, I got the urge to sneeze all of a sudden, excuse me. So this is the 5 of, okay, sorry, I get tongue-tied. 5 of Swords with the Star, with the 6 of Wands reversed, with the 6 of Cups reversed. So again, I'm seeing balance and stability that you're reaching. It's so funny because this is all about you healing yourself, realizing, telling yourself the truth of the matter and what you will not accept, and you walking away and you healing yourself and you putting yourself first. Ironically, this decision of you loving yourself and having self-respect for yourself enough to walk away and make these decisions on your own and detach from your counterpart, ironically, is bringing your union into balance. And this is what I preach about so much. It's almost like, and this is why, again, I'm going off on a tangent, but this is why it's called divine timing. Because you have to go through this, I don't want to say pain, but majority of the time it equals pain. But you have to go through this process of coming to these realizations on your own, which typically means you get frustrated enough and pissed off enough and hurt enough that you get to this energy of realizing this isn't what I want. This isn't the happiness what I want. This isn't the kind of relationship that I want. So you start detaching and learning and healing and walking away, right? And you see the result of this is 2, balance. 6, stability and balance and evening the scales between you and your union. So I'll get off that tangent, but that's kind of my main point with telling you that you've got to do these things. You've got to go through the motions. You've got to go through the healing. There is not a quick fix to this. You literally have to go through the pain and the suffering and the ups and the downs and basically through the trenches of self-discovery. Anyways, so back on point. This realization that you have come to about walking away from people or associations that are dishonest and toxic for you and to your mental health almost, I feel like, brought you relief, a sigh of relief. Because you were at total, you were total in a state of mind of constantly waking up with tension in your shoulders, in your neck, in your emotions, in your demeanor. You felt like you were taken advantage of and just really toxic, abandonment type of disloyal energy. You were just very tense and not in harmony, not in balance, and it was kind of interfering with your journey, your spiritual journey that you're on of improving yourself. You were constantly feeling this way with this person from the past. The 6 of Cups is a partnership from the past. And I always associate this with a reunion, a reconciliation with somebody from the past. So this is telling me that making this decision of walking away from this person in the present energy to give your own self relief because of the tension you had daily with this person from your past. It's just not what you thought it was going to be. And I feel like you're at the point of your healing stage to where you've done so much work. You've gone through so much pain and nights where you were there all by yourself, crying and screaming and trying to relieve the pain any way you knew how, kind of like a dark night of the soul, dark night of the moon. You were going through the trenches all by yourself. And now that you are finally to this point of strength in your mind of, you know what? I don't deserve this. I'm walking away and I do not want to talk to this person because I do not want them to dismantle any healing that I've done. And I get the feeling that you're like, no, 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 don't talk to me. You're just going to put me back down the rabbit hole. I'm doing a good thing here. I'm, healing. I don't need you. I don't want you right now type of feeling. Don't put me back to square one. Let me be. I can't deal with that energy right now. I can't deal with that toxicity. I can't deal with you at all right now. And I don't think it's coming from, sorry, it's hard sitting in Nan style. I don't think it's like you're being mean. It's like you're keeping yourself safe. You're keeping your mental health and all the work you've done safe. Like you're putting up walls in a healthy way. And this is the beginning of a huge accomplishment for you. Beautiful. I mean, I've went through this and it is not pretty. It is not fun. But I've also went through this drawing my line in the sand of no more. I'm walking away. If it's my divine masculine, if it's somebody on Facebook, if it's my mother, my father, my sister, my brother, I don't care who you are. If you're going to mess with my mental health and be negative around me, I don't want you around. If you're going to yo-yo, have my mind being a yo-yo of going back and forth of good and bad, I don't want anything to do with it. This is all positive around here. You're just trying to get your mental and physical health back where you want it to be. And it's like you've opened a can of worms. And now that you've opened of healing yourself, healing your child self, a soul retrieval is when you go and you find the exact point where the trauma started, where the abandonment issue first started, which usually is typically when we're a child. And in this instant, I think it is. So you did this, and now that you've opened the can of worms, you're like, I'm not going back. I'm going to finish this. Okay, so I'm going to pause this and shuffle for the present because I don't have much time on my phone. Hold on. Okay, guys, I'm back. So this is for the upcoming future for you guys, and I'm just keep getting more impressed by you because you're carrying on this energy to the future. Like you're healing at such a rapid rate right now. It's impressive. You found your self-love, and all I can say for you is great job, because you are healing, you're loving yourself, and you are speeding up your union at a very high rate. And I've been noticing a pattern in this lately, so that's something I need to take note of in my research. Anyway, so we have the 8 of Cups with the 4 of Winter with the 7 of Spring. And I do want to note that in this, I have been getting a lot of Swords energy and a lot of Water energy. So we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? But this in the upcoming future, we have you still in the energy of wanting to move on from this situation and realizing it's time to move on. There is nothing left for you in this situation for you to learn, and you have healed enough that you are ready to search for something a little more meaningful in life, possibly your life purpose, possibly moving, possibly just leaving your partner on the back burner and forgetting about them for a minute. You're ready to make some major life changes. You're ready to fill your own cup every single day without fail, because you lost sight of that for a while. You stopped putting effort into yourself and living on yourself. You're now sleeping when you want to sleep and realizing so many things can wait till after you sleep and re-energize yourself and stay home and meditate instead of trying to please everybody, instead of, making sure the house is completely spotless. or, all these things that you take care of. And I'm getting the divine feminine again, because we have a tendency to nurture everybody but ourselves. So I feel like you've found the big solution to your biggest problem is you weren't filling your cup anymore. And now you're doing that. You're setting aside any concerns daily. You're setting aside time for yourself and making decisions for yourself that are healthy for you. You've been meditating in your own way. I don't feel like this is like the general meditation. I feel like this is, I'm sitting in my room or TV room or, in my living room, or just taking a nap and having quiet time. I've told the kids or whoever, turn off my phone. Whatever it is you need to do, you're doing it on a daily basis, because when you feel like resting, you take a rest. You don't give a shit who or what anybody says. It's like words are not affecting you. People's opinions are not affecting you anymore. And we also have you, just gaining your power back. Like you have pulled your power back with the 7 of spring. It says you are, my legs are killing me. You are courageously gaining your passion back for life and your self-respect. You have jumped into the energy of being very assertive and not backing down for anyone or anything. If it's what you believe, you're standing up for it. Even if even if it's with a boss, if it's not true, you have your morals and you're standing up for yourself. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, so typically I wouldn't take this, but this fell out at the top. This is the Empress. So you are being born into your true Empress energy. Your true nature is coming into fruition, this powerful, beautiful, loving being. And if you don't feel loving right now, is what I'm hearing, is it will come. You're on a healing journey right now, and all that will come back once it's like you have to be pissed off enough right now to do these things. You have to have a certain energy about you to get to that level. Yeah, you're gaining confidence right now, your inner peace. You're not letting outer conflict disturb your inner peace any longer. You're not dealing with deceit. You're upsetting the status quo by not letting anybody break your boundaries. And I'm hearing bosses again. You're making extreme progress. You're taking actions towards your goals. And you're not letting anybody false step into your boundaries. So this is beautiful. This is awesome. And I don't even know what type of reading this turned into, but whoever needs to hear it, it's out there. Okay, so let me pause this and see if we can get a few more things. Okay, so I only have 4 minutes left on my phone, but I pulled Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. So the Divine Feminine presently, if she is thinking about the masculine at all, this is what she is thinking about him presently. She is considering that he is still having problems with finances and career, probably finances. But she's honestly worried about her own finances, honestly, at this point. But what she's trying to portray in this, I feel like, is she's always going to, from now on, make a promise to herself to pay attention to the red flags. Especially if it comes with finances and career. She's no longer going to allow people in her life that sponge off of her, and this includes her Divine Masculine. And she knows that he has a problem with that, and he has to get it under control with his finances. So she's paying attention to that. Also, Um, she feels like the only reason why, no. She feels like the only, what am I seeing here? Oh, okay. I see you thinking in the past about, this could have been you guys almost becoming engaged, but I feel like I just see you looking back, feminines, on a memory. I don't know what happened in the past, but I feel like you're thinking, we probably would have already been engaged right now if it wasn't for my control issues. It was hard for you to let situations with your divine masculine unfold naturally. And that's okay. That was due to you controlling your outer situation so you wouldn't get hurt. So going into this, you know that was one of your mess ups, and you're trying to let go of control issues. So things can unfold naturally if they were to come back again. I also see that you're rethinking over and over and over that I didn't pay attention to the red flags with my divine masculine. Yes, he differs from other people, but he had a lot of signs, especially with finances. He really couldn't keep a hold on them. And I think this was another, I just see you mainly focusing on, for some reason, engagement today. Like, you think you honestly would have been engaged by this point if A, you would have let go of control issues and weren't pushing him to do things, and he would have had his finances in check. You would have been engaged a long time ago. And maybe if you had paid attention to the red flags a little bit more and let go of your control issues of needing to control everything in your external world, that this could have possibly led to engagement. But I also see you wondering that today. Like, I wonder if he would have proposed to me if I hadn't said this. I wonder if he would have proposed to me if he had the money. That's kind of the idea that I'm getting from this. Now, for the masculine, sorry I'm rushing through this. It's about to cut off. Okay, so the divine masculine today is thinking about his feminine of, he knows that this was a true love. Like, he constantly thinks about this. He thinks about the time when you were in your puppy love stage, your honeymoon stage, how he fucked up with being deceptive and not really being vulnerable, not really expressing his love. And he knows this, you were a true love.